All right, we just wrapped up from game 5 in the Bay. The Warriors snatch a 10-point victory over the Boston Celtics. There's really only one story, maybe two storylines to this game. Honestly, Steph Curry 0 for 9 from 3, but Andrew Wiggins, the former number 1 overall pick of the Cleveland Cavaliers, traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Has never really lived up to his hype, but he has found a home here with the Warriors in San Francisco. Man, oh man, was great last game and was the reason the Warriors won tonight. 24 points on 50% shooting. Wasn't great from 3, 0 for 6 from 3, but man, he carried them. 13 rebounds along to go with it. Absolute force, and the defense he played down the stretch on Jason Tatum was absolutely phenomenal. Put him in a lot of bad situations. It was not easy for the Celtics, and honestly, the Celtics came out very, very slow in the first quarter. They weren't good. I think there was a little bit of hangover from game 4, losing at home, so they were slow. Warriors had a nice 11-point lead coming out of that quarter, but then Celtics kind of fought back. The Warriors were up 12 at halftime, but they broke with the trends here. I mean, the third quarter has been absolutely dominated by the Golden State Warriors, and the Celtics had them on their heels. Took a 6-point lead in the third quarter after being down 12 at the half, but the Warriors managed to grind it back, only down I think they were up 1 coming out of the third quarter, so they only lost the third quarter by 11 points. It was a really, really good job. Jordan Poole banked a 3 at the buzzer from way downtown, so that was a huge, huge momentum shift in this game, and honestly, it was lights out from there. Steph Curry was not really good tonight after being a manimal in game 4, carrying his squad to victory with 43 points and 10 rebounds. Was 0 for 9 from 3. That's got to be the first time he's ever done that in his career. I mean, honestly, 0 for 9, 7 of 22, 16 points. If I told you that stat line before the game, you would have said, oh man, the Celtics won. Warriors got blown out, and it was a comfortable win. Didn't really play down the last 2 minutes. They had the benches in. Wiggins was everything. Also, shout out to my man Draymond Green. Draymond had a good game. He was 3 of 6, 0 for 2 from 3, but still 3 for 6, 8 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, and he fouled out just for fun because Draymond loves fouling out. He's the first guy to foul out in 3 games in 5 games in a final since 2000. So Draymond's having a really good time with that. Lots of contributions from the bench. Gary Payton gave you 15. Jordan Poole gave you 14. Both on fit. Gary Payton 6 of 8. Jordan Poole 4 of 8. 3 of 6 from 3. So really, really good contribution from the bench there. And then the Splinter Brigade for Boston gave you absolutely nothing. Grant Williams gave you 3. I mean, nobody else. Derek White gave you 1. Pritchard gave you none. So your big Splinter Brigade gave you nothing. That's been a problem with Boston. These guys have been playing out of their damn mind. Absolutely out of their damn mind. All playoffs and really down the stretch here. And they gave you nothing. They're the Splinter Brigade for a reason. They're not very good, and they're coming back down to earth, and Boston can't live like this. Both teams shot the 3 atrociously to start this game. I think Boston was 0 of 12 to start the game, and the Warriors were 0 of 14. But then Boston hit 8 straight, and that's what helped them in the third quarter. I think, Boston shot 34% for the game. Warriors, 22%. Boston is in deep, deep trouble, my friends. I don't know how you can have a game like this where Steph Curry is atrocious, they don't shoot well from 3, and you lose comfortably down the stretch here. This is really, really bad from the Celtics. Nobody shot the ball that well. So many turnovers for the Celtics. I think they had 18 turnovers for the Celtics. Now, this comes from being a young team. When you're a young team and they don't really have a guy that can handle the rock, they tend to turn the ball over. It puts you in bad situations. You get sloppy, and this is what's causing you trouble. All credit to the Warriors. They're stepping up their defense, and they're cutting down on their turnovers. Only 7 turnovers for the Warriors. Warriors used to be Mr. Turnover offense, so they're cutting back down then. And then the rebounding. Again, really good on the rebounding. Boston out-rebounded them 47 to 39, but much, much closer than what it was in Game 3. That's a huge difference. Looney was in foul trouble early in this game. Really tough call. I thought the officiating was really bad. I thought the officiating was really, really bad in this game. Honestly, I thought it wasn't good. It was bad both ways, though. Both teams were getting really tough calls against them. I don't think it's just not good. I want a fourth official out there. I've been banging on the table for years now. You need two guys on the baseline. I know all the officials ball watch, but it'll cut down on backside calls that you don't see anything or overreaches from the guys at the top of the key when there's something in the lane. There needs to be something done. It was really poorly officiated, like all playoffs, all finals. I'll be interesting to see what the ratings are for this game. The series as a whole has been down really, really bad, but we're getting into the nitty gritty here. Chance to win the finals. Game 5, it was tied 2-2, so usually that's going to draw a big number. It was on Monday night, so I don't know what it's going to see, but the Warriors heading to Boston with a chance to close this thing out, and I would be petrified if I was a Celtics fan. Steph Curry is not going to shoot this bad again. He is going to give you all he's worth. I would be very, very worried. 2 days off again now on travel days, so I think we're playing on Thursday. Oh, man, that's a lot of time off. Boston needs to draw something up. Jason Tatum had a really slow start, but, finished well. He was 10 of 20, 5 and 9 from 3, 27 points. Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, 20 and 18. 10 from Robert Williams was really good. Again, he's giving you great. 10 points in 30 minutes from him. Awesome stuff. He is really, really hobbled. This would be a different series if he was fully healthy. But then again, we could say that about every series for everything. Are the Celtics even here if Middleton's healthy? Probably not. So injuries are part of the game. It just sucks to see it. Wish we could live in a perfect world, but we don't. So really, really big trouble for the Celtics here, heading back to Boston. Warriors now 9-1, now 10-1 on the season, 11-1 in the playoffs. I forgot they won the night. 11-1 in the playoffs at home. So they're got Game 7 at home. This is a huge, huge bonus for them. They're playing with house money, but this is a veteran, experienced team. The only way they want to be getting back on the plane to San Francisco is with that trophy and a parade in hand. So I think the Celtics are in trouble here. I originally called Warriors in 6. I was leaning, the more and more the things have gone on, I've been leaning Warriors in 7 at home, but it's going to be really, really interesting to see. Let's check out the line for the game Thursday. I imagine Boston's probably going to be about a 2-point favorite, maybe 3, but I think it's going to be 2. Let's see, 3.5. Okay, they're going to say Boston's desperation. They've played 3 elimination games so far in the postseason, 2 at home, or 2 on the road, 1 at home. They're obviously 3-0 because they're still playing here. So they're not untested in the elimination factor, but man, I'd be very, very concerned. And then if you get to a Game 7, you get to a Game 7. They've won 2 Game 7 so far, 1 on the road, but I'm worried about this Boston team. I mean, I'm not really worried because I hate Boston, but I'd be worried if I was a Boston fan. They felt like they had total control of this series. The Warriors now for the first time have a lead in this series. They're looking to pack this thing up. I think they get it done. I really, really do. Steph Curry is not going to be this bad in Game 6. He's going to have another 3 days off, 2 days off, whatever it is. He's going to have extra rest. He's going to come out firing. I expect 35 to 40 from Steph. Klay Thompson still seems to, he's a little off here and there. He hasn't been great, but he's contributing. He's giving you points. He gave you 21 tonight on 50% shooting. That's what you want from Klay. If Klay can get you another 20 now, Game 6 Klay, we know about Game 6 Klay. Klay could give you a 35 in Game 6 because he's Mr. Ice this thing out. We ain't going to a Game 7. So I'd be very concerned if I was Boston. Your only thing you got going is it's back in the Garden, but the Celtics have already won. I mean, the Warriors have already won there. So interesting to see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are we going 7 or the Warriors wrapping this thing up on Thursday? It's been a really good series, kind of weird games back and forth. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, share this video with your friends.